Hey, you guys. Norman? You're bracelets, right? Yeah, something wrong. You look kind of frazzled. There's something I'd like you to investigate urgently. Could you come right now? Yeah? Yeah, no problem. I think I owe you. So where should we go? I head to Norman's election office on the top floor of the hotel. Here, I'll show you the way. Ah, war das, der vor dem Büro da oben stand. Is this Anton? I'm telling you I didn't do it. Hurry up and let me go home. I've got work to do. No, calm down. Just bear with us until the braces arrive. Once the investigation's done, you can leave. Freak of a devil. See? Here we are. That sure fast, Huey. Sorry. Yeah, I lucked out and ran into some braces right away. This is Norman. I'm sure you've seen him on posters around the city. One of the guys running for mayor, I think. I'm Mr. Bright of the Bracer Guild. I'm sure that Harvey also a bracer. So let's get to it. What happened? One of our campaigners, Daryl, was injured by someone. In other words, it's an assault case. An assault? Well, that's never a nice thing to hear. Is the victim okay? Yes, he's still here. He was unconscious for a bit, but it was thankfully nothing serious. Phew, good to hear it. There's nothing good about it. The back of my head still hurts like you would believe. Back of your head, huh? Were you attacked from behind? Yes, ma'am. Right out of the blue, too. I was taking a breather on the balcony, and all of a sudden from behind, how vicious. Oh, it sounds nasty. When did the incident occur? Give us any information that happened before and after. Sure, it happened today, just after lunch. Norman and I were checking out a potential location for a speech by the bridge. Cooper here had just turned up then. When I talked to him, he said he had some important business with Norman. What kind of business? Porters told me to come apologize for that mess on the bridge. It's not like it's all my fault, but I did sort of make it worse. I see, so you came to say sorry for the scuffle. Yes, but Norman was still very busy at the time. We'd asked Cupid to wait in the office area. That's when I showed him to this room. I returned to retail not too long afterward. I entered the room with Huey, who had been waiting outside the office, and there was Daryl's unconscious on the balcony. And Cooper was right there, standing over him. I'm trying to tell you, why does that make me the criminal? I was already out cold when I'd reached the balcony. I understand what Cooper's saying, but it's only natural to suspect him given the circumstances. There was no one in this room except Cooper and Daryl. Is that true? After I brought Cooper, I was on watch outside the door. No one entered until Norman got here. No matter how you look at it, that means these two were alone. You're absolutely positive. Yeah, it's true, but it's like I said. When I went out to the balcony, Daryl was already on the ground. So let me get this straight. The crime was already committed by the time you came, is that right? Yeah, exactly. Oh, thank Adios. Finally, there's someone who gets it. In that case, it'd have to be someone who entered the room before Cooper. Do you remember anything? It's possible that someone came in. People go in and out of the office all the time, though. Even if someone had, I wouldn't have thought much of it. Fair enough. It's an election office, so that makes sense. At least we have a good idea of what's going on. The culprit behind this attack must be one of two people. Cooper or someone who came before him into this room. We should be able to narrow it down if we get enough proof. Think we ought to start questioning? If there's nothing else to be gleaned here, yes. If you gentlemen can think of anything else, please tell me now. Even if it seems trivial or unimportant. Alright, and I have one more thing I'd like to add. There was something that occurred to me as I was looking through the room after the incident. Were there signs it'd be rummaged around in? Not at all, just the opposite in fact. It actually felt like it was cleaner than before. Huh? It's a serial cleaner on the loose. One way to interrupt it would be as a disguise to hide the fact that the room had been searched. Of course, it appears they went too far, inadvertently arousing suspicion in the process. That's not a bad train of thought. Incidentally, who are you? I was waiting for that question. I'm a traveling bard, a poetic soul, wandering the wild, a genius mood. Sure, but if nothing's been stolen, then isn't the idea that it's a disguise pretty weak? At this stage, I don't think there's any point in worrying about motive. I agree. Heh, you've grown even bolder since our last rendezvous, Estelle. Your training at Rolent was most fruitful. Your step was stunning. Oh, Olivier, just ignore him. Now, if there's nothing else here, you can tell her we should get to questioning. Certainly. She's begun to master how to handle Olivier, I see. Good luck with the investigation. We'll come report once we have an answer. Good, we're counting on you to get to the bottom of this. Now, how should we go about this? Things, this hotel is pretty big. It's best we split into two. Estelle go with Her Highness, I go with Olivier. We're lucky to have them as assistants, so let's make good use of them. Good point. Ready to skip the investigation, but Chloe? Haha, of course. Assisting companions is only natural for a hunter of love. You sure don't miss a beat, do you? Alright, our first order of business is to gather information on the suspect. If you go around asking about Cooper, something should turn up. Should you get a clear picture of the criminal, come back here. So once we found the criminal, we'll go report to you. No problem, let's go see what we can find out. Holy. Das lese ich jetzt nicht alles vor. Ich habe die Vermutung, dass ihm einfach irgendwas auf den Kopf gefallen ist. Gut, die können wir auch nicht befragen, logischerweise. Okay. Oh. Are you done questioning in the office? Yes, we're done here. How about you? Oh, it's going okay, guys. Still checking out stuff. Keep it up and don't get careless. Leave it to me. Okay, das ist gut zu wissen. Gut, dass ich da nochmal nachgefragt habe. Und wieder runter und mit ihm reden. So, der alte Mann sollte da eigentlich nichts zu wissen. glaube, ich habe eine Idee. Du know who Kummer is, so who's your suspect? Cooper ist es nicht. Huey ist es auch nicht. Murray ist es nicht. Belden wird es wahrscheinlich auch nicht sein. Deswegen ist es wahrscheinlich Ernest tatsächlich. Ne? Cooper, Huey und Norman haben ein Alibi. Murray auch. Und dann haben wir eigentlich nur Ernest, der gesagt hat, hey, ich bin die Dinger am Sauber machen. Und Belden. Warte mal. Was hast du nochmal gesagt? Im Moment das. Mhm. Okay. Ich will nochmal hier den Rest auch nochmal bei denen durchgehen. Na gut, das hatten wir alles schon. Gut, ich glaube, mehr kriege ich nicht raus. Ich glaube, es ist Belden. Raven boy, is it? You have real proof, yes? First explain the reason you discounted the original suspect. I ought to use Cupid's involved. Incident comments obvious. He has a solid alibi. Cupid was outside when the sound was heard. Norman's testimony corroborates this? So we can say for sure it's accurate. If that was the sound of a crime being committed, then there's a very small chance Cupid is a criminal. That's a logical interpretation. And the same thing also absolves Hirio of any suspicion. Yeah, it does. Hirio met up with Norman, so he's sure. Now can you explain this suspect crime? What kind of proof do you have? Hä? Nee, wir haben mehr. Wir hatten doch schon von ihm gehört. Hä? Wir hatten doch von ihm, wir hatten noch gehört, dass er nicht auf der Etage war, wo er sein sollte. Okay. So, er war nicht im Basement. Er sagt, er war im Basement. Darf ich jetzt? Dankeschön. The proof is his alibi. A valuable testimony that refutes his alibi. Cupid and Hirio have already been cleared as the culprits, so this person remains as a final possibility. Yes, it does look that way by process of elimination. Ultimately, though, that's nothing but circumstantial evidence. Do you have any more decisive proof? You know about the special paella. I don't know if it's decisive, but something did bother me, and that's the testimony about the special paella. And what's this about? Yeah, so Baron testified that he ate lunch on the first floor, but somehow he saw paella Norman ate. He even knew that Norman barely ate it. In other words, he went to the second floor. Is that what you're saying? Yeah. Alright, I'm satisfied. In this case, we'll have to call him in and hear what he has to say first. We can't go straight to an arrest with the proof we have on hand. Okay, got it. What? Why did you call me? I didn't do anything. Now calm down. Nothing's been decided here. If you can help out with the investigation, you can go home right after. Help? Yeah, we just want you to be frank with us. Where did you go after lunch? Like I said, it was in the basement. Just to warn you, as long as you keep lying, you're not getting out of here. You weren't in the basement for the whole time. We already know that. If you didn't do anything wrong, then you should be able to be honest and tell the truth. Or if the truth's too scary to admit? Fine, I'll talk. Today, after lunch, I went to the office. I went to go clean up. Clean up? So the person who returned the plate to the front was... Yeah, it was me. Everyone seemed busy, so I figured I'd clean up. While I was cleaning up, I thought I'd tidy the office, but I didn't think that'd happen. Huh? Hold on, you're not making sense. You just cleaned up after, right? Why does that have anything to do with the case? I've got an idea. Yeah, actually... I see. I understand Bergen came to this room to clean, but I'm not sure how it correlates. What does that have to do with the assault on Dells? It has a lot to do with it. Well, let's hear him say it himself. Go on, explain. Yeah. Well, once I finished cleaning the room, I thought I'd head back, but since I tidied up a lot of stuff, the room was really dusty. I thought I'd open the balcony door to air it out, but my hands were full of plates. I didn't have any choice, so I kicked the door as hard as I could. Wait, you mean the door? Yep, it's exactly what you think. The door is the criminal that knocked out Dells. The door flying open slammed right into the back of your head. In other words, the truth of this case is an unlucky accident. What, so then... I'm innocent, right? Seems like it. Phew, man oh man, finally free and clear. Still, what a mess. Why didn't you volunteer this information at the beginning? If you just told us the truth, things wouldn't have gone nearly this far. I'm sorry. Come on, he's telling the truth now. Give him a break, okay? He had the courage to talk about it in the end, so everything worked out. The victim here, I'd just like to forgive and forget. It's already clear that this was all a misunderstanding. Of course, I'd like him to be a bit more careful opening doors in the future if he could. I'm really sorry. And you too, Keeper, you almost got turned into a criminal. You don't need to worry about me. I'm in the clear and that's good enough for me. Well, that settles things. Thank goodness. And that is our report. Braces, I'm sorry for today. It seems we've taken up a great deal of your time over just a big mistake. No, don't worry about it. This is part of the job too. Well then, pardon us. Thank you guys so much. Really, I'm very sorry. Take care. Phew, well, that's done and over with, finally. I wouldn't have dreamed it would end like that, though. Truth is always stranger in fiction. However, as your valued assistant, I take great pride in our completion of this most puzzling assignment. You didn't do a damn thing. Oh, but I really appreciate your help, Chloe. You gave a ton of good advice. It was a big help during the investigation. I'm always happy to help. There's no need to thank me, so, Estelle. Alright, I guess you two are our support staff already, aren't you? Indeed. We'll have you do what needs to be done. Alright, let's head out. Next up is Size Region.